Now, would that be something like the adrenals, right? Do the adrenals have to take over now, like for producing some of that estrogen as the ovaries kind of shut down a little bit? And
Yeah, yeah, and actually, I mean, you're one of the few people who even express that
Mhm.
in the way that it really works. Because when we think of a woman who's moving from childbearing years into perimenopause and then postmenopause, what's happening is the ovaries are slowly beginning to uh, produce less of the female hormones, less of the progesterone, less of the different forms of estrogen. And and what's interesting though, what most people don't know is even in those childbearing years, the ovaries are responsible for about 2/3 of those female hormones that are being produced, and the rest of these are then produced within the system that ties into the adrenals. And now, what happens though is once a woman shifts into perimenopause and the ovaries are starting to kind of decline their production, the adrenals are already positioned to actually be in a space to maintain proper hormone production, even without the benefit of the ovary function. Now with this though, the big thing though is that the adrenals, and it's deeper than just adrenals. It's the whole HPA axis and how it works together. But when that's working properly, the female body has the absolute ability to maintain the perfect hormone balance, and they won't obviously have the ability to conceive, and they won't have any need for a monthly cycle because they're not producing the same level of hormones as they were when they were in childbearing years. But this is all something very easy for a woman to go through. And yet there's one reason why it's not easy for most. And that's not only the biggest problem, but for me, like the deepest sadness tied into this as well, just because women don't need to go through this.
Mhm.